Hello everybody, Blue Mask here, and you're probably wondering what the fuck I'm doing with a My Hero Academia image. Well, at this point I tried to record this kind of video before a few days ago, but I scrapped it because I got into a lot of talking about people, and I completely just said, fuck it, I'm not gonna do that. So, where's my phone? There's my phone. I'm gonna okay. So, this was an idea for me because I watch a lot of, what if Naruto? What ifs about him being the son of Artemis, Apollo, and, Hephaestus. And I really, really enjoyed watching those videos. And I just wanted, to make this a reality. I couldn't do, I could right now do a what if Naruto was the son of Artemis, because I really love a series, but it has been stopped. I couldn't find any, continuation of it, so I could do that. If you guys want me to, I can link the original, what if, and original fan fiction link to it, if you want me to do that. But I just fought and My Hero Academia came up in my head. I still love the series, but I don't want to go back to it because there's not a lot of shit I can do. And I found this. I searched up, what if Deku was in Percy Jackson? What if, Deku was born in Percy Jackson? What if Deku was a demigod? Yeah, there was not a lot of it. There's only a quirk. A fucking quirk. And that kind of disappointed me. So I just thought a few days ago that I wanted to make this. I made it complicated and I wasted a lot of fucking time. Like right now for you explaining it. So this is what if bakugou and Deku. Did I said it was Percy Jackson? I think I did. I forgot. Sorry. This is what if Deku and Bakugou was the protector of Camp Half-Blood. And by the way, this is gonna be my story. There's still gonna be reference to Percy Jackson story, what I know about it, but I really got to go into the books. I hear they're great. So I'm just gonna take some part of Percy Jackson, like some characters, the gods, of course the gods, and some minor characters that could show up because they're immortal. What I know about right now. So yeah. So this is what if Deku and Bakugou was the protector at Camp Half-Blood, and this is the two protector of the demigod camp. We hear footsteps going into the muddy ground. Rain was falling from the sky. We see two kids, around 15 to 16, running away from lights, yelling, and footsteps. They ran away from their home. Theirs burned down. Their mother's, a father, was dead, horribly mistreated. Both of them went to a stump in a hollow tree, sat down and hid it. A few minutes later, the mob ran away, not seeing the two boys. The green-haired kid looked out to see they could still see them, but they could sneak away. He grabbed the boy by the arm, lifted him up, and ran. The blonde-haired boy had a cut on his leg. They ran and ran and ran, without stopping. The first boy was Isuku Midoriya, the nephew of Inko Midoriya, and the son of Hisashi Midoriya. Bakugou Katsuki, the son of... I forgot his name. Anyways, Bakugou's dad, the son of him. I don't remember because his name is not mentioned a lot. And he's the son of... he doesn't know. Both of them never knew their mothers. First time they met each other, they just knew that they're family to each other. Both of them ran and ran for miles. The mob didn't find them. They ran to a mountain area, finding a cave to sit down in. "Are you okay, Bakugou?" "I'm fine. It didn't hit me that bad. I'm not bleeding as much." "Good." Deku looked at his friend's foot. It's true, it didn't bleed a lot, but it was still enough to kill him in a few hours. He took out a medical bag and got out some bandages. He didn't know how to do it as well, but he knows how he should seal it. He put bandages, cleared it up from bacteria, and put bandages around it. Then, a minute later, they hear screaming. Immediately, Isuku ran over to the cave and saw the mob. They must have followed them, but how? Immediately, Deku went over to Bakugou, but they couldn't exit the cave. Isuku looked behind them to see an entrance further inside. He grabbed Bakugou and started running into the cave. The mob stand outside and started to walk in, slowly and slowly. They went inside, but when they went to the end of the cave, there was nothing. No one was there. People cursed their names. The devil kids. The devil swans. The ungodly children. Because these two kids was not normal. $250 years later, the myth of the two boys was legendary. People had told about the scary story about two quick people, Isuku Midoriya and Katsuki Bakugou, being chased out because they were discriminated against. They didn't look different. They didn't look, anymore. They look any more human. But their power was weird at that time. When quirk was popping up, these two was the first ones. They were chased away by the people they called friends. they told their parents about their power. They thought they could trust them. Their friends were not killed. Their parent figures was. Bakugou's dad was died in the fire. Inko Midoriya, Isugu's aunt, died, by a mob. She was treated horribly. Then she was killed by the men and women that was there. The same happened to Mitsuki Bakugou. She was also killed by, the mob. Did horrible things too. But when people recounted the story of the boys, they say an angry mob ran after them. They lost them for a while, but the mob found their footsteps leading to a cave. They heard running down, the cave, but when they went to the end, they were gone. Nothing could have run through because their power was not like that. Isugu Midoriya, what people thought his quirk was, he could hit a target with a bow and arrow. Precisely. No, just one area, you're dead. The arrow is gonna hit you. Katsuki Bakugou got a fire-type quirk, like an explosion. But quirk doctors also said he might have a different kind of quirk as well. An intelligent quirk. He could plan however they want. They also was hated. But 200 years later, the story continued and morphed. People said they were mutants. They have different body parts and everything. People said they were quirkless. And the town they were in was full of quirk people. People told the original story, but no one could figure out what was real or not. Well, the UA High School, the School of Heroes. A few people was at the entrance. Some for the support items, some from, general studies. Few from... Few from Hero Course. I did take a picture of it, didn't I? I did. Yeah, I did. Sorry about that. I just had to find a picture. Oh god, I forgot some of their names. Sorry if I mispronounce things. I'm just gonna say how they look or the names I know. Alright. From Class 1A. They were standing by the gate, having fun, talking and just laughing. The names were Kaminari Denki, Kirishima, Eijiro Kirishima, Momo Yarirosu, Ochako Uraraka, Mina Ashido, Tokuyami Fumikage, Kyoka Jiro, and Meijo Shoji. Meijo Shoji, the octopus guy, was standing, close and just talking. From Class 1B, Asuka Kendo, the class president. Tetsu, one of her close friends. The lizard, grasshopper, or whatever it's called, the guy that can make blades from his arms. The Beast Man, the girl that can split herself apart. Bari, so I don't know. Abari, the girl vine, the mushroom girl, the ghost girl, dark man character was also there. From main character. That's actually not the main character. Or maybe, I don't know. From general studies that we know of, Shinsa. Support course, Mei Hatsume. And, yeah. Going up to class 3A, Mirio Tokata, Nejire Hado, and Tomoya Amajiki was there, standing and talking to their friends, their classmate, or just somebody they knew. They were waiting for a bus. All of them has been called to, go to a camp. The older students, like class 1, 2, class 2A, class 3A, and 2 second year and third year already knew what was going on. The first year didn't. Kaminari looked around, seeing his friends. Eijiro Kirishima, one of his oldest, most happiest friend, that was, always by his side, by pranks, morale, training, and anything that can help him. His second best friend, Mina Ashiro, a girl that was kind of cute, but he didn't judge because someone else got an eye on him. Well, I know someone else got an eye on her. The rest he knew well from his class. He didn't know much about Momo, but she was kind, sweet, and smart. She was also one of the 3 beautiful girls from their year. Izuka Kendo, and the girl that can split herself apart as well, it's also those 3 other 3 beautiful girls from the first year. Uraraka was a sweet girl. He didn't talk to her a lot, but he still considered them, those 2 close. Not much. They're mutual friends. Shoji was a big guy. He was funny, he was charismatic, he liked to help people. He loved the dude, but they were not, close friend. Tokuyami always kept to himself, but he just went over to talk to him about some things they liked together. Jiro, the girl he likes, is for his part, a beautiful girl and a cute one. Her quirk was amazing as well. He didn't know a lot about the other classes. They did fight in the sport festival 2 months ago, but that's it. He didn't talk to a lot of them, but Mei Hatsume, one of the support items that actually helped with his costume at one point because he had to fix it, he actually talked to her a little bit after that. Consider her a funny, charismatic girl that likes to fix, make, and do stuff. The bus arrived right in front of them. Coming out, 3 buses arrived. Principal Nesu stepped out of the first bus. Greetings, students. Now, this may sound weird for, the first years of you, but the second and third years will understand what's going on. To the first years, this camp will help you with your powers, realize how much potential you have. But you must be aware of danger that, things that you can't explain is gonna happen. You may be confused when we arrive to the camp, maybe shocked, maybe be in denial. But listen up. Everything the camp counselor will say and do is true. Believe me, everything he says is true. Everything they say is not a lie. The first years nodded at this. The third years, the second years go into the first bus, second year the second bus, and third bus the first years. They ride off to go wherever they have to go. Kaminari was talking to his best friends, Mina and Kirishima. Well, Jiro was also there because of Mina. So, where do you think this camp is going to teach us? Well, I think it's going to teach us how to use our quirk. Mine is sort of liquid, so I can sort of control liquid. Yeah, you may be right about that. Also, Chochi? I don't know how to say his name. It's pretty hard for me. He's also got the same kind of power as me, but totally different. Maybe he can help me teach that. Yeah, sort of. Well, me and Kirishima decided we can help each other train at the camp. Yeah, it will be good to train with a brother to me. Yeah, same. Yeah, that's true. Well, at least you can train your quirk as well. I have a sort of problem with it. Oh, hush, your quirk is good. Don't mind that. Yeah, whatever you say. At that point, Tokoyami and Choji sits down beside them before they even go and... they just sat down beside them. So, do you know where we're going? No, not exactly. We thought about what they can help us with. We think Shoji and Mina is gonna teach how to, do better in water because their quirks is really good at water. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know how to do his voice. I have totally forgot how he sounds like. Yeah, it's great this camp can teach us, but I'm pretty weirded out that the rest of our class is not here. You got a point. It's weird they're not, here. Now that you mention it, why is it only us? Well, Momo sits behind us. They look back to see Momo just sitting there and listening in. Momo, do you know? Maybe a point, but a lot of it seems weirded out. I don't know, but every time we kind of all are together, I feel like power is going off. I don't know. Well, scratch that. Never mind. Scratch that. That doesn't count. Momo just shrugged her shoulders. I don't actually know. It's kind of weird that, all of us that, are just here. Everyone just nodded, just talking to themselves. Class 1B was to themselves, and some students from, general studies. There's only like 3 of them. Shinso's also being there talking to them. They're kind of close friends, all of them. Hatsume and, some of her, classmate, being 2 more, is sitting down as well, talking to each other. After 2 hours, the bus stopped at a mountain. The third years get off, and the second years, first years will go, towards what they're doing. But before they could, they see a plaque, a description of the mountain. The mountain of the 2 hunters? Momo walks up and reads it. A lot of, the people that was here was kind of dyslexic, except, 2 of them, being Choji and Momo. It says the 2 myths. There were once 2 boys that was chased out of their town, far away where their parents was killed. It was the era without quirks at the beginning. They were shunned, they were terrified. They run to the mountain and never been seen. Ghost has been haunted, a ghost has been walking. People doesn't know where they have to go. People can find a way out after a few seconds, when they are walking for half an hour. They can turn around in a second and they're back at the beginning. Back at the beginning where they tried to climb the mountain. Now that's a weird description of this mountain. Everyone nodded at this, but looked forward to see, the third years and second years just looking at them smiling. One second year just yells at them. Stop staring at that. You will hear the myth when we go to camp. You're not the first one just to read it to find out that information. All of them, third years and second years start walking up, except 3 from the third year group, staying back and just seeing them. The first year arrive, where they are. So, Principal Nessa will not come with us because, he can't. It's sort of an agreement with the camp counselors. But I will explain it from my experience with this camp. The others will go forward before us. They didn't want to wait, so it's kind of tradition for the first people to arrive in the first years of UA to just stay behind. And 3 of us from the third years have to do this. So, I'm Mirio I'm Mirio. My hero name is Lemillion. I am here to explain, how to do this, how to go to camp. We will not tell you the name before you see the sign. But don't be surprised. Don't be scared. All of this will make sense in the beginning. Not at the beginning, but at the end. Maybe end of summer camp when your head is wrapped around it, or at the beginning and just a few hours, you can maybe make sense of it. But hope you guys will enjoy the camp like the rest of us from UA, second year and third years. We really enjoy. Our camp counselors are nice. We have a director, activity counselor that will assign us where we have to go after, we are sorted into cabins. So, you will also maybe find a lot of family in this, and I'm not actually kidding. You will find a lot of family in here, in this camp. So, follow us and just don't look behind you. You will go back to the beginning and you have to go back. Mirio was about to turn around when Netherite stopped him. You forgot us, you stupid. My name is Netherite Hato. I'm also... And it's the same kind of thing with me. But be respectful for the two counselors. They are, well, good at training us. They have trained us to fight as well with our quirks. You must understand that. Everyone nods at this. Good. I am Amajiki. I am also one. You must realize that what Mirio said about family is gonna be important to this camp. Think, but I can't say yet, or someone will do something not good to me. But I got some advice. Think about your parents. Think about if you have one or two. Figure out that you only have one mortal parent. I'm only gonna say that. The first years was weirded out by this, but they all nodded. Sorry. They started to walk towards, well, the mountain. Everyone took their advice, well, Mirio's advice. Don't look behind you. After a few moments, they arrive at a cave entrance. Everyone was weird. Is it a introduction about, well, what it was? When Mirio spoke up. Now, you may wonder why we're in a cave. Well, welcome to the cave of the two missing boys. This is where, well, the boy Isugumi, Midoriya and Katsuki Bakugou disappeared of old age. We don't know what happened to them, but secrets will come out. Mirio smiled and started walking in. The first year was weirded out. Netherite just saying that they just relax, follow them, and just watch the sign. The sign? No one knew what the fuck they meant by a sign. They started to walk in, walking and walking until they saw the end of the cave. The third years just started walking. Kaminari was about to stop them when they disappeared? Everyone was shocked by this. After a few seconds, Mirio just popped his head out. Come on, just walk through. Or imagine that the wall will fall, that you can see through the wall. Kaminari didn't know about this, but he did. Imagine that the wall was just disappear. When he looked back, there's no end. He could see the third years and the sign. He walked forward and read it. He could actually read it. Welcome to Camp Half-Blood. What? Kaminari went forward. A gasp later, and for the other, he disappeared. He yells back and the others could hear him. Just imagine the end will be continue. It will show it. Everyone looked at each other, and they did, imagining it disappearing. When they opened, Kaminari was standing there with the third years, a sign above it, and they all read it. Welcome to Camp Half-Blood? Momo was weirded out by this, but continued walking with the others. A few minutes after some twists and turns, they saw light. They walked through it and saw a massive tree. It's a size of a 15-story apartment. Maybe a 50. They didn't know. Waters was flowing through them. They saw training areas, cabins, a big cabin, a little far away from the tree. People, they were amazed. They looked surprised at this. Welcome to the Camp Half-Blood. Now, this is here you're gonna discover who your parent is. You probably figure out that a lot of your parents are not there. If you have a stepfather, they may be mean or maybe be a good one. You may have a stepmother that hates you. And, maybe she's there to protect you. You never knew. Everyone was surprised. Everyone, realized, some of them didn't even have their mothers in their picture. Some of them even didn't have a father. A lot of them did have step parents, but they didn't realize why. All of them thought they died or left, leaving their mother and dad alone with their child. When they heard first footstep behind them, looking to see a 20-year-old man with, green cape, red shoes, gloves, and sort of medieval look to him, with a huge-ass fucking sword right on his back, with a foldable bow on his side? The man stopped right in front of them. Welcome to Camp Half-Blood. My name is Izuku Midoriya. Welcome. Everyone was shocked by this. The man that calls himself Izuku fucking Midoriya is the same name that the two children that disappeared 250 years ago is saying that he's there looking like a fine 20-year-old? What the fuck? Everyone was shocked by this. Izuku looked at the third years. Thank you, Mirio, Nejire, Tokata. You may go back to your brothers and sisters. Both of them nodded and walking off. Izuku looked at him walking off when he turned around. Well, you may be wondering if I'm the same 250-year-old child that disappeared. Yes, I am. And let me say, that is not a quirk. I was gifted it by, my parent. Let's say that. Now, I will show you around the camp. But when the night falls, there will be a ceremony where you will be placed in each cabin. I will not mention it because I will still get punished. You will meet the director of activity director. He will help you. Shut the fuck up. Thank you. Sorry, that was my watch. He will describe what this is like. He will not explain. Now, please follow me. Everyone was shocked by this, but followed him. They walked down a cliffside to the clearing. This is Camp Half-Blood, where your powers can, grow and you'll be safe here for years and years. If you wanted to come here, you're allowed to, but you have to go back after the summers to UA. If you don't want to stay with your parents, that's alright. You can stay at UA, but you're not allowed to stay here. You are UA students. You wanted to become heroes, but you must also learn of the dangers you're in. Even now, when you're learning about more things that you need to know, monsters, demons, and whatever will come for you. Your scent is getting stronger and stronger. Now, follow me. Let's go, to the common area. Let's go to the eating arrangement. He walked over to a huge area. A huge, cabin. When they walk in, they saw a stage with a lot of tables. There were 12 in totals, and an upper area with a few tables as well. They could see down to, the stage. This is the eating area. When you get selected, you will go to each of, these table or the table above. I cannot control it. Only a few people can. Some certain people will come in and give you food. They are nice, but if you must know, we don't tolerate rape, murder, or sexual harassment. Do you all understand me? Everyone nodded at this. Good, because that's one of my rules. If you do, you'll get kicked out or being eaten. That is the worst thing you can have. The people that will walk in will get requests you can give them, and it can come with some food you like. Don't worry. They will be good. They're delicious, as always. People did hear it, but they were kind of freaked out they were going to be eaten by something. Deku just said, by the way, you're not going to be eaten if you don't do these things. Now, follow me outside, please. He walked outside to, an arena, a fucking place. Walking up, they saw down, seeing a few people fighting. This is the arena. Some people will like to go in and fight people. But right now, you are not allowed to go down until you're going to your house or your cabin. There's also where you can pick your weapon. But don't worry. They will not hurt mortals. They will not hurt people. You can train your combat ability if you're good with weapons. There's also an archery in here, but there's an archery a long way that you can challenge yourself, but here it's mostly around here you can shoot arrows and bows. We have some different things you can request if you wanted to train that. That's totally fine. Follow me as well. Again, follow me. He walked out to a stable area. This is the stables. The animals that's supposed to be here is, right now being, well, some people are training with them, getting to know them, how to do it, and everything else. Don't worry, you'll learn it. It's not hard. Just believe in yourself. You will also help, well, most of you will help take care of them and get supplies. There's a river, well, right down here, pointing down to a stream river from the tree. Here you can learn how to canoe. If you don't know how to swim, you can ask the good swimmer here's how to learn to swim. You can train, you can hang out. It's totally fine if you just want to relax. But if you want to train your quirk, you can do that. After couple of hours, Deku showed them around. The lunch, of course, the stables, the arena, places. There's also volleyball, football areas. And I'm not saying American football, it's just football. Soccer, if you Americans are gonna fucking say it, it's called football. It makes sense. There's some football areas, basketball, some fun activities, some challenges they can go through. Everyone was excited. They can train, be gooder friends, and everything else. Deku, was walking towards the tree. Walking into an entrance, they saw light and some people walking around inside. When they walk in, they were shocked. Welcome to the home of the campers. The tree, if you people are worried about the tree, don't worry, it's totally fine. This has been like this for a while. Here, some places you can go around. Some campers are living in these rooms, pointing at a place where there's some rooms. There's also common areas, video game areas, hangout areas, kitchen, showers. What else? There's a pool area downstairs where, the water is actually coming from the tree. But on some of the other floors, where some of you will stay. Some higher up, some lower down, some in the middle. Actually, some right over there, pointing at a common room. Some girls were standing there just giggling and just, talking. How are you doing up there, you girls? Deku just screams, shouted at them. All of them looked down and waved at him. One of them just yelled back, they're doing great. You're just excited for tonight. You should be. Anyways, some of you will be your family. For the most part. Everyone was shocked by his tone. The girls was nice, but he kind of went forward. But be wary, they're kind of girly girls. So they were gossip, make rumors and everything. So don't worry, half of them are not true. Let me show you around. Deku showed them around, the tree. He showed, one of the floors that's mostly common for people. They saw a lot of, common room from that area. There's some private rooms, some people that wanted to, have the same room. They tell us this is, one of the rooms that some of them is gonna stay, like he said before. They went downstairs to the pool area, where they saw some people swimming, having fun, actually swimming with some people that looks like water itself, a lot of them. He said hi to them and how the water was. They say it was good, it was great, it was very well mannered. Good, because we need those to well, make money as well. He went into the common area where everyone can hang out. They went to the video game, the hangout area, the kitchen where some people was actually cooking. He said hi and what they're cooking. They say they was just done baking some cookies, and well, one of the students recognized them as a student of UA second year. He said that one of the students walked up to them and said what it was like at the camp. He said it was fun. He learned how to train his quirk, but he's still in the study area. But they still enjoy being at camp, training their power to be safe. The person offered up some cookies for them. They all take them by appreciation, of course. And they walked out. Sorry. After a few minutes, Deku showed them around the tree. He walked out with the rest of the campers. The sun was going down. It has been a few hours since they started the tour. Now, we are all going to the big house over here. You're probably wondering why this is not called a big house. We're calling the tree family. The tree house. Over there, we are calling the big house because it was kind of, sort of, a other name for another camp, the other place for the other camps. This is called the big house, where you can find me, my second right hand man. I'm also his right hand man. You also find the director, activities director. They walked up to the big house. Deku's just saying they could stand out there. They saw two people, a blonde-haired man with a red cape, fur around him, and some six-packs. And also a huge sword. But this had, the same kind of metal, same kind of exterior, but the handle was red. He had the same kind of gloves, but he has a calm, thinking look. On the other side was a man in a wheelchair, sitting there and just, watching the chessboard. They were both playing chess when the man moved. Checkmate. I can never defeat one of you kids, can I? Nope. When Bakugou looks beside him, it's Bakugou. When the man looks beside him, he saw Deku. You done with the tour? Yes, I am. The kids is right here. Okay. Bakugou stood up and the wheelchair man walked, towards. He rolled with the two people. Welcome, campers. You got the instruction from my partner here. I'm Katsuki Bakugou, one of the camp's director. Yes, I'm also the same kind of boy that disappeared 250 years ago. Don't worry, it's fine. Immediately, a rant got raised by Mina. When you say partners, are you two? Immediately, both of them just said, no. Partners as in do things together. Like helping counselors, finding people that actually have to go to Camp Half-Blood. Like that. Partners in crime. Not in couple sense. Like partners. it kind of has been directed over the years. It has. But yeah. This Isugu pointed at the man in the real chair. His name is Kyron. He is the activities director here. Welcome, young people. Might be wondering, how I got here if we saw grass. Well, the man stood up, freaking the people out. Isn't he in a wheelchair? Immediately, the man jumped out with a centaur body. I'm Chiron from the myth. A myth. Yes, I am a real centaur. I am 3,000 years old. I am not old. I am just well-mannered. Everyone was shocked by this, seeing this horseman. But Momo immediately knew the name. Wait, Chiron? Like the myth about Chiron the hero trainer. The Greek myths, right? Chiron smiled at her. Ah, yes, that's correct. I am that Chiron. Momo immediately knew what was going on. Wait, monsters, family, are the gods real? Everyone was shocked by Momo asking that, but a smiling Isuku and bakugou said, of course, the gods are real. Even though they can't raise you, they still all love you. Everyone was shocked by this. Anyways, Isugu looked at the horizon. We better get to, the ceremony. It's in a few minutes. We should. Now, follow us. Everyone was shocked by this, but started following. After an hour's walk, because it was kind of long away, they arrived at the eating area. They saw all the people was there sitting down having fun. When both, directors walked in and clapped their hands. Everyone went quiet immediately. Isugu walked up to the stage with bakugou. Greetings, campers! Campers that's been here to the summers. Campers that's been here all year. I hope you guys are happy. This is the 2nd, 5th, 7th year you have been here. I don't know how long because there's a lot of people that should be remembered. Everyone screamed out. Now, some campers will not return because they have decided to explore on their own. Don't worry, they will probably come visit if, Everyone nodded at this. Now, let's get on to the special kind of day of this beginning of summer. The, ceremony where the gods chooses where the kids should be. The first years of UA was shocked by this. What? Children of gods? No fucking way. Right? Alright, let's begin this. First years of UA. Everyone looked at, the first years. Please stand in a line and come one at a time. But be careful. Don't disrespect gods. Now, let's see who's first. Ah! Mei Hatsume. You're the first in line. Please come up here. Mei nodded and walking up to the stage. When she stood there after 10 seconds, a flaming light went off on her head. Smith and a hammer was shown. Welcome, the daughter of Hephaestus. Welcome to Camp Half-Blood, Mei Hatsume. A table clapped over at the corner. Mei saw, people with dirt on them, smith tools in their pockets and everything else. Mei walked over to them and sat down. Everyone says hello to the new sister. Now, let's see who's next. Tokuyami Fumikage. Please come over here. He nodded and walking over, standing in the same place Mei had. A few seconds later, a green light came above his head. Welcome, the son of Hades, Tokuyami Fumikage. Welcome to Camp Half-Blood. A table, over to the right, a third table that was there, had, Togata on it. Or Amajiki on it. And 5 more people. Even though it was a big table, there's not a lot of it on it. He was shocked that he found out he was a son of the Underlord, Lord of the Underworld. Walking over and sitting down. Amajiki congratulated him. Great, you're my brother. I don't understand, but how? Well, our father is kind of, helping people sometimes. For example, my dad had a quirk that could, help him show people to the afterlife. He helped with detective work and everything else. He was my stepdad, of course. He also had a wife. A beautiful wife, but they couldn't have kids. So Hades blessed them with me. I have my mother's quirk as well. You probably did the same thing, but your parent didn't know. Alright, next person in line. 2 people went up as well. It doesn't matter because they're not the characters. One of them, a boy, went to the Aphrodite table. A second one went to, the Artemis family. Not Artemis. Athena. Not Artemis. Athena table. He sat down. She sat down. Next person, Ochako Uraraka. Please come up here. She nodded and walking over, standing in the middle. A light flickered, and a symbol of a peacock was there. Welcome, daughter of Hera. Welcome, child of Hera, Ochako Uraraka. Welcome to Camp Half-Blood. Uraraka was shocked by this, but saw Nature Hado waving her over. She sat down and sat beside her sister. But I thought she was married to Zeus? No, no, no. Our mother kind of got tired about, well, Zeus. So he got tired of, Zeus cheating on her, so they got a divorce. They're still. Oh, sorry about this. Don't worry about it. Our mother is not married to Zeus anymore. They kind of got divorced a long time ago. So they're just our cousins now. What? It's a long story. I will explain it to you. 3 more new people arrived at, other tables. 1 in Hermes and 1 in Ares. 3 people, and one of them was a minor god's child. The next person went up. Can I get... Next person is Mina Ashido. Please come up here. She standed and a light flickered. Welcome, daughter of Poseidon. Please go to your brother and sisters. Alright, for not taking this long, and I really wanted to end this video. So, I'm gonna name what place they go. So, there's 2 more people. I'm gonna say there are 2 more people that's gonna be placed in the table. Being one of them a daughter of Zeus, one of them being a daughter of Apollo. Now, to the main characters. Mirio, a son of Zeus. The Mushroom Girl and Arabaki, or the Vine Girl from Class 1B, both of them are from Class 1B, is the Meteor's Kids. Shoji is a Poseidon, the sun. The Ghost Girl and Shinzo is Hades. Kendo, Momo, and, the 3 pretty girls, as I said before, is an Aphrodite kid. Kaminari and Kushima is a Hermes. The Shadow Boy from Class 1B is Athena's kid. Jiro is Apollo. Tetsu, the monster guy, and the green-haired boy that looks like a fighting with big teeth out of his hands is all 3 of them are Ares kids. Now, that's explained. Izuku clapped their hands after, all of them got placed in their spot. Well, welcome, new campers. Now, I need to explain some rules. They're gonna be quick, but you have to follow them. First of all, easy. No rape, no killing, no violence. Well, not every Friday there. No rape, no sexual harassment, no killing, no stabbing, no blaming others. Own up to your own mistakes. Understand? Every one of the new kids nodded. Alright. Every Friday will be a challenge. Running, fighting, capture the flag, whatever. That's gonna be one of them. Every Friday. You're not allowed to go out every night out of the tree, or you will be killed by, anything. There will be some people that's called nymphs and satyrs. So, yeah, they will be here. The people that's are gonna come in, those are nymphs that's gonna give you food. Satyrs are the good people you kind of saw around the forest. One thing more, you're not allowed to go on other floors. Because you went on the Hermes floor, that's one of them, It's because I allow it. I'm allowed to go to each, floor. By the way, floor 8, if you are a boy, you can turn into a jackalope. Floor 8 is Artemis floor, the goddess of hunt. So don't go on the floor if you're a boy. If you're a girl, you're just gonna be pushed away. You're not allowed to go on it. Now, be respectful, be kind, and be, hard to train. Because we're gonna break you, make you to a hero. To people and for quests that's gonna come. Some years they're not, some there are. We got a few quests in the middle of the year, like in winters. Was that 2? That was 2. Oh, great. But before they continue, a hand raised from the Aphrodite table. This being Momo. May I ask, which one are you two from? The two looked at her at this point. Oh, you mean our parents? Yes. Both of them looked at each other and Bakugou spoke up. I am a Athena. My mother is Athena herself. She is, the goddess of battle and everything. My quirk is explosion fire. I can make fire and explosions. I don't use it a lot because it's destructive. I usually use my sword or my hands. The new kids looked at, sorry if you heard that. The new kids looked at Midoriya at this time. Now, you must understand what I am. I am the son of Artemis. But listen. My father was, a man that helped kids. Men, children, girls, women, whatever. He was respected by Artemis, my mother. A few men that she could trust in the mother era. My father, let's say he's gay. My dad didn't, him and you can say my dad, sort of that, was respected by Artemis herself. They met her once before, when they rescued children, boys, girls from a, bad place, 270 years ago. So, yeah. But my dad and my stepdad died in a car accident immediately when it happened. But my dad survived a little longer. Luckily, Artemis was there. But she couldn't save him. He was not a demigod, so he couldn't take something we call nectar and ambrosia. It's a sort of thing that can heal demigods, but we are not allowed to take a lot of it because it can kill you. It can kill human as well. Now, when my mother asked my dad what his dream was, and she can work it out for me. For him. He just said that him and his partner just wanted a child. Artemis, knowing that the man was a good man, a good raised man, gave him that wish. She made me from my dad's DNA. She wanted to make my other dad's, but the gas had already corrupted his blood. So it will be weird to be a gas human, have, quarter gas, quarter man, half goddess. She used my dad's blood to, make me. Is that understandable? Everyone nodding at this. Good. I am technically a son of Artemis, but I'm not born naturally. I'm like, some of the Athena kids, if you may say. A mine baby. Everyone was shocked by this. Now, in a couple of days, the Artemis hunters will arrive. They're a little nicer, but they will still attack you if you piss them off. So don't fucking do it. We will not have the same mistake 2 years ago. He just looked at the Ares cabin at that point. Every single member except the new ones just looked away. Good, because I will punish you again. All of you. Now, hope you guys enjoy your dinner. Have a good evening. And let the gods bless you. A couple of hours later. Did I say that Kaminari and Kirishima was in the Hermes cabin? I think I forgot. Anyways, Kaminari, finding out that his friend is his half-brother, was surprised, but happy that they're actually, brothers not in DNA, sort of, because gods don't have it. But they're sort of, happy. They're sort of brothers. They asked if they could get a room in the same place. A room up. A nymph walked over with a key, saying that a former room has been made for them. The previous owner died by a monster a few years ago, and now it's their room. They walk in to see 2 bunk beds, a TV, soda, and a mini fridge. A closet, a shower, but not a good one. Some papers and some stands to put their weapons. They walked in and settled down. After a few hours of talking, Kirishima fell asleep. Kaminari was still awake. He was just thinking that this place will probably make them legendary heroes. Now, this is where I'm gonna end the video. Hope you guys enjoy it, and I truly love this one, except the other one because it made it complicated. Now, and if you have question about their quirks, I'm not gonna say it because it will be too complicated. Anyways, hope you guys love that story. And good morning, goodbye, farewell, see you later. Have a funny day. Have a funny day, good day, and I love you. You're sexy people. Good night. Good morning. Bye bye.